bobbling
Your
along.
little legs shouldn't move that fast. And rocket jump over just to get some more free farm up there on the top. But yeah, I mean, there's some decent ward coverage down at the moment. Obviously, these traps there are going to help out a hell of a lot as well. And SK now coming back in. They do have a couple of wards down in the back of Baron Pit, so they can see if that Baron gets opened up. Actually, SK are pinging down towards Dragon, so looks like that's going to be their destination. But they need to be careful that they don't commit to going for Dragon and leave Baron completely open. Which, you know, I'm guessing they're not going to do, but we never quite know. Time to Troll are starting to move in there. We Will Failure will take a bit of damage from Wicked. Binding's coming out. We Will Failure this time manages to dodge them. He seems to be the unlucky recipient of around about 500 Dark Bindings throughout this best of 3. Which have been, you know, either good or bad. This time, though, he does have the Oracle, so they're clearing up these wards as they go. They're going to go in onto Dragon. They should be able to take him down quickly enough that they don't have to think about what comes next there, although they can't obviously afford to be burning spells on him. And actually, they're going to leave that Dragon to reset here. SK starting to work their way in. Candy Panda uses his ulti to get Alex away from him. Here comes the ulti coming out from Ocelot. Nicely done. And how much damage is he going to do? Yellow Pete is surely going to go down. He is obviously Guardian Angel, so he's still alive for now. They're going to jump on him a second time. He will die. Flashy is still hanging around there. I'm going to go back up here because Alex is causing problems for the rest of them. They're actually pushing in here onto Nif. He will go down. Candy Panda's so low. Oh, but I don't think he knew exactly how low. And obviously the cooldowns in there as well. Couldn't do much, but again, good work from Alex. I think he got 2 in and amongst all that.
Yeah, Oriana used the ulti a little bit too early there. That's what I thought. It went straight in, caught 2 of them in it, but they were just like, well, it's not really done much to us. And Morgana was already in, ulting on the rest of the team, so he managed to catch all 4 of them, I think it was, apart from Gangplank that was in there. Talon's going to be taking the top there, so Wicked will
Sleazy's going to go down at bottom. They've got Dark Binding off over the wall there. Fear is going to get rocket jumps in from Panda, and Candy Panda will get the kill. That was nicely done there. And, you know, Sleazy, I'm not sure about his positioning there for, you know, the whole portaling back home, bang on the tower, where you can obviously get that Dark Binding straight through, and it's cost him a kill. It's 20-10 now, double the amount of kills. Wicked is going to nick the blue buff at the top of the jungle as well. So, well, SK, Demon, I can't quite believe that they've turned this one around. I mean, I did predict SK to win this one early on, but if most people had have asked after 10 minutes where we saw the first BF sword come out for a 3-0 Caitlyn, you probably would have said this was TTT's game to lose.
Oh yeah, if you were in solo queue, it'd be GG. People would be saying, oh, I'm going to AFK and stuff like that. If you're in the solo queue, people have already left. But, you know, look at the scoreboard. It tells a lot, really. Morgana 5-11 compared to Oriana 1-5-4. The junglers, Trundle 1-3-2 compared to 4-0-9. It's a big difference between just those two.
Yeah.
The carries, the AD carries are pretty much identical, really, in their scores. They're very close. And the top, though, as well, Talon obviously has that, like I say, that gap closer just synergizes so well with Nocturne. They're just getting the kills between them. 3-1-7 and 4-0-9, they're just getting in the right place at the right time. When Morgana goes in, the rest of them, they have that gap closing ability to get in there. And really, there's not a fat lot. You know, Janna could throw that ulti out there, but it's not going to help when there's 3 people all on the same person. There's only so much. And when we're only going to have 33 AB, because obviously he's not building a Billy Power carry or anything, which we have seen. It's certainly even in the final by Reginald.
Oh, up at top, Candy Panda's going to try and catch out Alex here, and he could actually pull this one off. Needs to be careful in terms of his range. He's got Nif coming in, which makes a massive difference. There goes actually the stun out. Oh, and he's managed to get the kill. How has he managed to get that kill? That is absolutely ridiculous that he can get that kill there.
Yeah, that was...
That's not even funny. Oh, God. I'm sure Candy Panda's really like, what?
Oh, I'm lagging like crazy, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be your internet, to be honest.
Yeah, they're down that 40 meg broadband.
You're back to 56k. Enjoy it. Here we go. Ulti coming in. We will fail it. We'll actually get binded in the process as well. Great start to that fight from SK. Will they continue to push? I don't think so. We saw the Orianna ulti go down as well, and that's going to stop them from really being able to be healthy enough to push that one, especially since Sleazy Weezy and Yellow Pete pretty much healthy there as well. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Wicked's going to say thank you very much for an absolute shed load of free farm as he clears that lane out in a matter of 2 abilities. And Yellow Pete taking Wraiths, desperately wanting to finish off the build. What's he got now? So Last Whisper already built. Obviously Bloodthirster earlier, Phantom Dancer earlier, Guardian Angel came a little bit earlier on. So he's pretty much up to building a final item now to replace that Doran's Blade. And then we'll see exactly you know, where it leaves these two teams. 22-11, still that scoreline double as good for SK as it is for Time to Trolls. And we are already over the 40-minute mark. Like I said, both teams are going to be very cautious in this one. We've got 1,001 wards around Baron, most specifically from SK, just the one outside the front, which is actually going to expire in 30 seconds. Up at top, yeah, Wicked did see Alex there for a split second, but that's never going to be a fight that you want to take so much. Actually, Quicksilver Sash built now as well onto Gangplank, so got that ability to get out of those binds or whatever when he so needs to. And SK are starting to stack up in middle. I mean, what's the next move from SK now? Forging their way into a Baron pickup?
Yeah, I think so. AP-wise, Ocelot's quite far ahead. 622 AP compared to about 474. Yeah, that's with the brilliant spot on. So he's quite far ahead of Flashy. Oh, Flashy caught them all with the Q there. Did have his ulti. Didn't actually go for it, though. And I think that was... He could have possibly gone straight in there. He will manage to catch him again there, but it's not got the right position this time. I think he's missed his chance. And was that Quicksilver Sash used?
Yeah,
I'm not too sure. Shirelius has been used. They're going to push straight in there. Shirelius really Reverie using the speed boost, but I think they've managed to return the favour. Yes, because Nif has got one of their own, so they both popped Shirelius and both steaming away from each other. But they're going to have to back away again. And Time to Troll, well, they have the build, they have the items, but they are just that quite distance away from SK. Nif is still incredibly low, but because she's been doing quite well, and actually I think got a few kills in there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Nif did. Yeah, 4, 5, 13. Actually, has had the chance to actually get a large rod in there.
That's really not a bad score there for Nif. Needlessly large rod and 4-5-3 on the scoreboard. That's, you know, not something that you see at this kind of level from the support players. But anyway, we are seeing SK now getting into position around this middle area. Obviously, Alex keeping it fairly confident. Almost would have got caught there in that pool if the bind would have landed onto him. But as per usual, Gangplank manages to survive and get away. No problems whatsoever. And look at Talon, just that farming ability, able to clear out those lanes so quickly. And again, Ocelot start binding, just shaving the legs of Alex, not connecting. And they continue to jostle for position around this middle area. What's going to come next? Talon putting out a bit more damage once again. That Piltover Peacemaker doesn't actually connect. And they maybe go for a blue steal here. Yeah, they've got a ward down, so they knew that blue is available. And actually, we are going to get the push in. Good, actually. Ulti coming in now from Gangplank. Oh, TTT going to dive in on top of it. Yes, they are. Alex is going low. Nice ultimate comes off from Nif. Ultimate comes out as well from Snoopy. But we see the flash away from Yellow Pete, who does go down. Candy Panda surely going to finish him off there. Sleazy Weezy drops. Let's watch Yellow Pete. If he's got the burst to do it, yes, he surely has. He's got a heal from Nif as well. And that is going to be a 5 still left alive for SK yet. And only 2 left alive, and Snoopy's not done fighting here yet either, and he will force Alex, and we will fail to go back, or will he? No, not quite just yet, as that Dark Line comes out. We will fail it is still sniffing around. Yeah, I was going to say, get back into your lane. Don't be getting too clever at that one. And of course, SK are going to use this opportunity to down a very fast Baron.
Yeah, very quick Baron, and as expected, you know, really badly caught there, and the Sona ulti was probably the key thing to turn that.
Yep.
He managed to catch all of them as they tried to turn that corner with that bush. Like you said, they had the ward placement, they knew exactly where they were. As soon as they came around the bush, bang, ulti across a lot of them, and away the Talon managed to get his ulti across. I think everyone there managed to catch them all within his ulti. Obviously puts those shards out, manages to come straight back in. Candy Panda's just sat in the behind it all going, this is brilliant, I've got a big bush in the way and nobody can hit me. He's just mowing them down with his minigun of a rocket in front there, and look at him, he's got the Bloodthirster, the Infinity Edge, the Phantom Dancer, the Last Whisper to give the penetration, and the Berserker Boots. Perfect build for Candy Panda. And Sleazy Weezy, I just feel on Trundle is not really offering anything to be able to prevent it. You know, when you've got two gap closers like that, really the pillar doesn't help a fat lot because they're just bypassing it. So, you know, the big slow ability he gets, yes, he can put his ulti down, and it's kind of an underestimated ulti, but the fact is, the damage is already done. You know, when they've got two gap closers, they've got so much burst damage that Snoopy has. You can see now he's got that Outmars, he's got a Frozen Mallet, he's got the Warden Mail in there. He is so strongly built now. I think he's actually building the Frozen Heart in there, maybe, I'm not too sure, but he's probably going to go Warmarks, I would have thought. But they've all been built so strongly. Snoopy 4-0-11. You can't ask anything else from your jungler than that. And SK have just have been pretty dominant, as to be said, after such a really shaky start. I cannot see Time Patrol coming anywhere near back into this game.
Oh, and here comes the binding again onto Yellow Pete. They can't quite get in there, though. Oh, yes, they can. Actually, we're going to see Talon get himself across. Nicely done by Wicked. Sleazy Weezy is the next target. Panda actually using his ulti to get that one off. Look at Ocelot, who's just walking around. Ulti is actually up. The Fear did proc there onto Gangplank, and surely they're going to be able to finish him off. Actually, Candy Panda is slowed there for a brief second. This inhibitor is going to fall. Absolutely no problem. Look at Flashy. He can just quit right now. He is a dead man. He tried to get away. Candy Panda rocket jumps in. They're going to go straight through these two Nexus turrets. Only Alex is left alive to somehow ridiculously save the day, but they're not going to, of course. And it is going to be SK who win this one 2-1. And well, Snoopy said, "Failure don't get caught," and so did Candy Panda, and I think so did Wicked, and I think so did everyone there. And I have to agree with them.